Just a minute. When I was a teenager, I would set a song to download off of Napster before I went to bed, and it might have been finished when I woke up the next morning. Last evening, my fiancée and I were downloading music for our wedding playlist, and every song we downloaded took 3 or 4 seconds flat. We live in an instantaneous world. We expect everything to happen in an instant. If Frank Sinatra's The Way You Look Tonight had taken even a minute to download, there's a good chance I would have thrown my computer halfway across the room to deal with my impatience. In the last 2 days, I've searched the internet with Google 21 times. Every search has yielded results within tenths of a second, and in every one of them, I've found what I was looking for in the top 4 or 5 hits. The tech is built to respond to my needs and to respond instantaneously. The GPS tells me where to go. The blogging website gives me an outlet for my creativity. The platform of social networking provides me virtual people to whom to disgorge the banal details of my daily life. So how come God doesn't seem to be responding to my needs? How come God seems so glacially slow when I pray? How come Google responds in less than a second, but God responds sometime next month, if at all? Hold it, hold it. Now, you've got it all backwards. Go sit over there and listen. And no playing on your cell phone. The tech is complicit in fostering one of the biggest human failings of all time. The fact that the tech responds so readily to our every whim just perpetuates the myth that we are petty lords of our own destinies. But from the time that God formed me in my mother's womb, I was never meant to exist primarily for myself. I was meant to exist for God. Even as the tech reprograms me to expect a response to every query, God continues to whisper that God does not exist to respond to me. I exist to respond to God. Now, all right, give it up. Responding to God in our lives is our primary purpose. Another word for response to God is prayer. We have it backwards when we think that prayer is God responding to us. You see, we only pray because God initiates within us the desire to pray. Therefore, all prayers are responses to God, not the other way around. In a world where the tech exists to respond to our needs, listening for the call of God in our lives offers an escape for the reprogramming we are undergoing. This programming tells us that faster, bigger, more popular is better. But when we listen for the call of God, we discover that fuller, deeper, more authentic experience of a life following Jesus Christ. If the tech exists to respond to us, and we exist to respond to God, then perhaps we can redeploy the tech to serve God. God calls to us in both the real world and in the virtual world. We would be unable to pray if God weren't first calling to us. If you have trouble finding time to pray, to respond to God in this instantaneous world, try this. Develop a breath prayer, a short one-sentence prayer that you can pray in one breath. It might be as simple as, "Thank you, God," or it might be a phrase from a hymn, say St. Patrick's Breastplate, "Christ be with me, Christ within me." Say this prayer every time you search the internet. If I had done this in the last 2 days, that would have been 21 more times responding to God. But I didn't.